Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dima, and welcome to This Is Too Much podcast. I am joined with my co-host, Shaan and Daniel. And today we're going to be talking about something that we haven't planned out yet again.
Dima
Before we start,
yeah.
may I just say, Shaan, your quarantine cut looks beautiful.
So I'm gonna show it off here. So we got the long hair. We got them flowing. Last time I had the long hair like this, my hair product was wrong and it made me look like a fucking girl. So I'm really happy it's not the case this time. And I got a cut. You can't see it, but I got like a fade for my brother. Like 2 weeks ago, just to get something going.
Nice.
Next up before, because I was gonna just remembering Dima's intro there a minute ago. Daniel, we're gonna judge that one. We're gonna judge that intro. How is that intro? What's the energy like? Or do we think she's going on to the next round? Does she get a golden buzzer? Like, what's the case here, Daniel?
I'm going to give it a solid 7.825 repeating. And you know what? While I enjoyed the intro, I found the lack of last names to just be a little sad. I think you could have just brought a little bit more like huzzah to the...
I honestly think that she forgot her last name and said, we have to... No, wait, she said her last name. Never mind.
Did I say my last name?
Okay, Shaan in the editing. Replay that
say her
for
last
a second.
Name?
Did she say her last name? Thank you, Shaan, in the editing. I don't know what the answer was, but we're definitely going to find out if she said it. Because
and she's going to lose points for that.
We have spies everywhere.
Definitely.
Okay, so Daniel, if she didn't say her last name, what's her point?
If she didn't say her last name, it would go up to an 8.28. But unfortunately, she did say it.
Not repeating the 8.28?
No, not repeating. Like hard stop.
Okay. I'm going to go with her last name said. I'm gonna go solid like 7, 3, 4, 6, 8 repeating.
Wow.
I know.
No, you know what? That just means that Shaan knows what he's talking about, because if he can be so specific about these things.
And if she didn't say her last name, I'm gonna go for a solid like 8.3. 8.3, no repeating.
Okay.
High praise.
Thank you for your feedback.
I just think more energy and more confidence. You know, you at this point,
don't know her.
Dima, I'm just gonna tell you one thing. I don't know why you didn't take advantage of this. But you could have been like, today we're talking about solely Taylor Swift, and we would have to go with it.
I could rant. I have rants prepared.
I'm just gonna say, and that
don't say.
No, we're talking about Taylor Swift.
I am leaving.
Also, before we talk about Taylor Swift, just remember the quarantine cuts.
Oh my God, Daniel, stop! Okay, so for anyone watching, it's a photo of me and Daniel. I want to say this. So before this day, I had met Dima once, like one time, probably, you know. And then quarantine hit, and I was like, "Yo, Dima, you want to join our house party things?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." She joined. We all became really good friends. It was like me, Katerina, Dima, Daniel. Right? Mm-hmm. So we're going in to get our yearbooks. Daniel's in line. And I was like, I saw Daniel and he's like, you can cut here. And I was like, dope. I did not want to wait in the line. And then Katerina was coming out, I think, from getting her yearbook, and she saw it at one point. But my favorite part of it is not two people away. Like, she could see us. Dima standing there, doesn't say a word. It's like we did. She said hi once, but we also, we tried to take the photo with you, but you weren't in it.
No, you did not.
Yes, we did.
No, when?
We did.
When?
Literally in the line. We were in the same place for like 30 minutes.
I have a thing. I was in line with Lima. I think I was with Lima, actually. I can't remember.
With Lima, yeah.
No. Okay, no, that was before Lima came. Wait, I was in line, and I saw Daniel.
Yeah, we talked.
I was like, Daniel, come here. I got with you. And that's the only reason Daniel was where he was in the line, because I told him to come here.
Dima's the plug on this. Dima cut, Daniel cut, Lima cut, and Daniel let me cut, and Sarah's mom cut. Like, it was just the whole thing.
So we're what's wrong with, like,
the egg system? I don't care.
I mean,
I could
it
care
was
less.
your books. It wasn't like
We're also
getting the cure for it.
yeah. Not to brag, but like we were like really like the coolest people there, so we deserved it.
We were.
I'm gonna say this one thing.
Oh God.
No. So for like how
scared.
people were, Dima was like the quiet person in the school. She wouldn't talk to too many people, but if you knew her, you knew her, and she was really nice. You know, like
Yeah.
it was either Dima really well and you're really good friends with her,
Or you have no clue who the
or
fuck
you
she
talked
is.
to her once and she was really really nice, and and then she's gone to like a blue moon cycle.
You will never see me again.
Daniel.
That's genuinely who I am in life, though. Like I'm just
known by most people.
Yeah, I think everyone knew who I was.
But it wasn't like. But
yeah,
Daniel, he was at school, but he wasn't at school for people to notice him. Like
Facts.
For me, I was known by most people, and it was a thing where I would switch where I sit for lunch a lot. Like,
oh my God.
It was either the music hallway, the dance hallway, the wavy hall. It would switch any time, any day, right? But I guess I was known. Like I wouldn't say I was popular, but I was just a person that like, that person. Okay, that's Sean. Yeah, that's that person.
I think I told you this story, but I knew of you before I even knew your name.
Wait,
because
how?
Your mom.
Because my mom. So, I'm assuming that's from Dimitri. Yeah. Okay.
And it was in grade 10.
Yeah.
That was 3 years ago.
I forgot that kid existed.
It was 3 years ago.
Wait, I have to unfollow. Wait.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
But
I don't.
Yeah, it all started from. I don't even because I knew some people knew me because this was the scariest thing was when I'd be in the hall and I'd be walking to get water or go to the washroom and someone would be like, "Hey, Sean." I don't mind someone nodding at like the nod, like I'm like
the
nod back.
acknowledging.
When you say my name and I don't know who the hell you are, first of all, it's so awkward because I'm like I don't know your name, but I want to say like, "Hey, like your name back," but I don't know your name. So it was always interesting, but I would see Dima like after we had met at the retreat, like we met at the snack retreat. I would see her in the halls when I went.
I would see you outside of French class.
It was outside my math class. Oh yeah, French class too, because I was waiting. I was waiting there. I remember that. Don't remind me about that.
Dima was outside of our math class?
No. She would. Okay, so she would have lunch when our math class before during that period.
Oh, you're right.
She would walk to her locker or to Lima's locker, I think it was, which was upstairs in the math hall. And every time I would pass Lima, and I used to say hi to Lima, and I also remember saying hi to Dima a few times.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes.
And like the 2 times I went to math, I remember seeing.
And Daniel didn't come to. Either Daniel came to math on time, and those are 2 times he's talking about, or he would come 30 minutes or 25 minutes late. It would always be late. And this guy,
who needs math?
Vincent, I'd literally have to be like, Daniel, please come.
Sean would text me repeatedly until I showed up.
Daniel, please come on.
Please.
I will defend myself by saying I got into all the schools I wanted to get into. I've had a good university, so
So
that's
I'll say one thing: the reason this podcast is what it is because of trips. I'll explain it like this: I met Daniel on our first trip, and we became really good friends. And from then that day, I ruined my life because I met Daniel. Just kidding.
I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have.
And then I met Dima at a trip, and then she ended up responding to one of my Instagram stories, and then I invited her, and then that's how all of this turned out to be one of the oddest podcast trios in the world.
It's really weird. We have to admit that, right? I'm finding the photo of us on the trip.
Yeah, me and Daniel have one photo. I don't think I have a photo with Dima from what I remember.
I don't know where it is.
It's on my Instagram.
It is.
The sole thing I remember with Dima was we would talk shit about people. One person. We talked shit about one person.
Yeah.
And
I can't imagine who.
It was because Dima would talk to this person a lot on the trip, and then I would be like, Dima, are you? Oh yeah, that's the photo.
Are you sure about that?
I'm like, Dima, are you friends with him? And she'd be like, no, he's just kind of there. And I'm like, okay, cool, so we can talk shit. And we talk shit.
Literally the only 2 people I knew from that trip before going on that trip was Lima and him.
He would hang out with you two a lot, like you and Lima.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that like the group that he thought he would hang out with, which were like, I think it was like 5 or 6 of these. They were mostly like a few drama students and dance students. Who like I think I'm pretty sure he thought that he would hang out with them, but then I ended up hanging out with them way more. And like there were points when like we would all just be it'd be the morning and you could I have like videos of just people just out of it and him just like yelling and I'm like, no, like please. It was such a fun trip, but it was like,
it was hilarious.
There were parts of it where I was like, my God, man.
Wow, yeah. I really could have been on that trip if I didn't get robbed of my position. Anyways.
Oh, he really spilled the tea here.
No, we won't go into that.
We don't care about Earl Hag anymore, so it's okay.
We don't. I'm so over high school. Like,
can you imagine having to go back for graduation?
If they said,
I will.
We have graduation.
I won't be like, look at me.
If they fucking said we had to go back for prom, I'd be like, yeah, no, fuck you, no, I'm not doing that.
No.
Like I'll have a party by myself.
Grad because I want to see people, but prom is so like.
I don't even want grad. I just want my diploma.
I just want my diploma.
I want my diploma. I want proof that I graduated.
The fact that we still don't have a diploma
proof
is hilarious.
For my graduation.
Yep.
It's really sad.
I have the whole photo album thing. I have my awards, my graduating award. Yet I don't have my diploma that they're supposed to give us that proves I actually did all of this.
Exactly.
Technically, I shouldn't even be in university because on printed paper, I don't have a diploma.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get my BAH. It feels like before I get my on OSSD. Like,
I mean, that point, if you get it, like, it doesn't matter if you have a diploma.
Well, yeah, I know, but still, like, I'd like to have my high school diploma.
Same. I would too.
Am I lying when I say I completed high school on my resume because I don't have a diploma?
Technically, unless they ask
did we complete high school?
We
the last like 4 months.
It was a little choppy on the last few months.
Yeah.
But to think about it, like how everything went down. We've talked about this, so I'm not going to repeat everything. But how it went down was possibly the most like flabbergasting thing to happen in my life. I think that's the best word to describe it because it was just so out of the ordinary. Like I doubt it's ever gonna happen again. We were cheering when we had like 2 days off for like the janitor strike or like this strike or that strike, and then this shit happens and it's like, okay, you have 2 weeks, and then you have and then it's another month, okay, and then it's like, okay, schools aren't opening ever again, and you're like, okay.
No, but
and they're like, send in your prom photos.
Yeah, before you know it, it's like.
And then like we ended up having like a graduating call. Scott Hellman was like saying on it. I was like, oh, okay, like cool, Scott Hellman, like you're cool and everything. And then they started saying people's names. Bro,
we didn't even get that.
It was just for the Claude. It was a Claude thing.
Claude
Daniel,
Watson people actually got like a semi Zoom
Sean,
graduation. We got shit.
Yeah. Wait.
Daniel quit. Did I ever talk about that on this podcast?
No, Daniel just quit out of stress.
Yeah, high key. Couldn't do it.
I tried to. You know what? I will say this. If I'd kept Daniel on the edge of his seat for like another 3 months, I think he would have stayed in it until the quarantine started, and then ended up
with a diploma. No, I would have had to do 4 more months of Claude, and I think I would have killed myself.
Did they do anything?
Yeah, they did like big composition projects.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have to do work on any other like course, Daniel.
Yeah, but I didn't pick up any courses. Oh no, I picked up drama. I wouldn't have gone to do 7 stories. Oh, I value 7 stories so much more than a Claude Watson
7
certificate.
Stories was such a fun production.
Thebomb.com. We did a show for my drama class where I was simultaneously stage managing / production managing because I like did a lot of that work and acting in it. So it was really fun.
Yeah, that was the show that we were probably, I'm pretty sure. I feel like we talked about this, but like where we found out the news and Daniel was performing midway when they announced the 2
Oh my
weeks extra.
god.
Yeah, I was
outside, locked outside, and couldn't tell our principal till after the show.
Yeah, you guys locked like a TDSB official out.
Not my fault. It was 20 minutes into the show. The vice principal was like, "Where's the principal?" I was like, "Inside."
No, they're not going in.
Shit. Like, cool, we're not doing that.
If they interrupted my performance, I would have been very angry.
It would have been a big
Also, because
like thinking about it, like for a lot of people, that's their final like production working on or being part of.
Luckily, they're not going into like.
Luckily for me, I get to work on so many more.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm
honestly, I miss that. I miss like working on productions.
It's well, like right now because we haven't done much. It's mostly been like maquette making,
right?
Like you're reading stuff, you're making concept stuff, you're learning about the technical sides and stuff like
but
that.
That was so cool.
We made a moccasin. It was really fun.
Oh yeah, I saw photos of that. That looks really cool.
Yeah. Like all of that, like it's fun, but it's not the same as having the rush of a show, man. I got to do this year. I'm gonna include One Axis 4 different shows because it was so One Axis 4 different shows. I did 7 stories. I did the final show, 6 shows.
You did 6. I only did 4. Jesus.
How did you work on 4?
I did One Acts. Because I guess the other one doesn't count. Because I did work for the grade 12 major final show, but I didn't get to actually I did production managing.
Wait, are we including One Acts as just one show?
Yeah, I'm only counting it as one show.
Did you work on one show?
No, I worked all of them.
What were you, stagehands?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say yours for that would be one show.
Yeah, you did more work than me.
Okay, I include that as 4. I worked on NTS. I worked on school show, technically the grade 12 production, and then 7 stories.
So 8.
8 shows.
If I count like every, well, because I'm counting One Act as one show because I count school show as one show.
School show, is one show, yeah.
So like I did One Act, school show, 7 stories, and then the grade 12 major, but that got canceled because COVID. But like I did my job as the production manager. I didn't
do my job. I'm gonna tell you, I was supposed to do sound and projections. I didn't search one sound or projection for it. I edited a video actually of it.
I didn't have anything to do for like, so everyone, our drama teacher basically gave everyone like okay, quarantines happen, but at least like put together what you were going to do and then we can showcase it all. I was the guy who was supposed to tell everyone what to do. Like I was supposed to keep everyone on track. So I didn't have a job to do.
Yeah.
Like I remember getting all the videos and editing it, and I was texting the director for the show, and I was like, okay, how do you want me to edit this part? How do you want me to edit this part? Okay. And my favorite part is at the end, they're like, okay, the credits, like you have to have everyone's name. I was like, yeah, I got that. So I had the song and everything. And at one point I was joking. I was like, so they're like, just do anything. Just make sure the credits are there. And I'm like, I'm going to add fireworks and explosions. Right.
As you should.
They were like, if you want, like, go ahead. Like, they didn't say go ahead. Actually, they said like, okay, but like, I don't really like, they were like, it's, you just do whatever you want. Right? It doesn't matter. I was like, I was going to do it. They're like, haha, okay, yeah, sure. I promise you that final ending sequence had fireworks and explosions. It literally the funniest thing. It was just like the most basic generic fireworks going off, an explosion.
I mean,
it was so funny to edit because I was just like, that was the one part I had an insane amount of fun with.
That's hilarious.
Look how big she is.
Got another cat on screen.
She's huge.
Oh my god.
That is actually ginormous. Oh, she's leaving. Sorry, it's time for Daniel to showcase his cats because he's missed them.
Oh my god.
Quinn is walking away. Quinn is not entertained by this.
Quinn is like, fuck this.
Quinn's like, absolutely not.
That was a fun thing to edit. That was like the only thing I had edited. And we were literally, for us, for film, we were working on probably one of the most interesting films I've ever had my hands on working, because we had like car shots where we're driving, we got a car rig for it.
Oh.
Never ended up happening. Like we have only the car shots of it, and kind of thinking I want to edit that just car shots and stuff together, but I haven't had the time, so I might do that. as a
That's cool.
2021 project. Why not?
Hey,
And do some cool animations for other parts.
nice.
Um, but yeah, overall, it's been definitely an interesting year, and school year was definitely interesting. Daniel back with his cat who is gonna leave in like 10 seconds.
She hates me.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh,
nope.
she's like making sounds. She's making her
She's like,
hate.
no,
Daniel,
get me out of
you're gonna
here.
have to catch some hands from your cat. Don't
She
do
sounds
that.
like a teaser. She goes, I'm just like, Jesus.
It's like right before it like lets go of the action. It's like
Exactly. Yeah, it's that
Yeah,
sound. It's so funny. But yeah, no, it sucks like what we weren't able to do, but at the same time, like
what
I
we
don't know, my life wouldn't be what it is right now without COVID, and I like my life right
Yeah.
now, so
we wouldn't have this podcast.
we wouldn't. This
True.
podcast is
Dima would have no friends.
no friend, zero.
Yeah, no, like genuinely, I probably wouldn't be close to the people that I'm close to now if it weren't for COVID. Because there are people that like I've known, like my one like probably closest friend now. We've known each other since middle school, but we
Yeah.
were never like close. We were just like in the same circles, but we never talked. But after like when COVID started, we now literally FaceTime every single day.
Oh,
And yeah, so it's you know,
that's
good
so
things, bad
sweet.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like it's definitely been interesting because I've done so like when you think like I remodeled my room, which I absolutely love now. I've spent way too much money on tech. I made a joke about making an album, and I'm deciding to take that joke far and
yeah,
actually.
you.
I'm taking you seriously.
No,
Oh,
I'm taking myself serious.
Yeah.
I'll be buying it, even if you're not selling it. I will pay you for like a CD of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I'll try my best to figure it out.
I want it to say on the cover, Sean's Hot Mixtape 1. Like I want that written on the TV on the CD.
That's such a good name.
Sean's
Really,
Thanksgiving birthday extravaganza.
I'm kind of liking
That's what I want it to be called.
Hot Mixtape 20.
Epic.
Birthgiving.
Oh god.
Oh.
So all of these ideas are going to be looked upon.
Mhm.
You'll consider them. Yeah, no.
They will be considered.
Looking at them.
Yeah. No, but like COVID got me close with you guys. Not you
Yeah.
guys, the listeners.
Close.
Well, Sean, no, we were already close, but like
Yeah. You guys as in me.
yes.
Yeah.
But like even like Sean, even like you and like Ash and Sarah and Spence, like we got like we were already like really close friends, but we just got like meshed.
I remember like the week before everything was happening. Like before we even knew COVID was like a big thing. Like we'd heard of COVID, but it wasn't like anything too large.
It was on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
And it was starting to like get like one or two cases, and that's when like maybe I think things in the US were getting like starting to get a little worse. Not even. And I remember like there was a lot of stuff happening in my life, right? And I remember we had this plan to go to Cottage for after our prom. And we had this solid plan. We had like a list of people, and then some stuff happened, and we were gonna have to switch the list. And I remember talking about that. It was such a like it was a difficult conversation because we were like, okay, like, do we continue to invite XYZ to the Cottage?
Yeah.
Because we didn't know like we didn't want to be. Even me, I was like, maybe we should. Like, I don't want to be mean to the person, you know.
Yeah.
At the same time, everyone's like, Sean, no.
Yeah.
That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
But like we ended up like because of everything, like it just ended up being me, Daniel, Ash, Spencer, Sarah.
Because of like COVID, you couldn't have a lot of people.
Yeah, so we had 5 people, and I think it was probably one of my favorite trips. We had we had 2 cards decline like 5 or 6 times.
Oh my God.
And then I ended up dropping like $250, I think it was.
Something like that on groceries.
On groceries.
Oh my
I got paid back, so it's all
Yeah.
good on that. We had like some of the best salmon.
I cooked that.
I helped you.
You did, but it was I chefed it up. I have to say, I chefed it up a lot.
I mean, Chef Daniel is.
Me and Daniel made some hella good. When I say hella good, I mean hella good. Smashed potatoes.
Yeah. Sean and I.
Oh my
We
God, the smashed potatoes. We've talked
Yeah,
about smashed
we
potatoes
talked about
on
them.
here
I will say
before.
one thing: we didn't. It was tough. We should have made them on the barbecue when we think back to
yeah.
it. But doing it because we had like a toaster oven, so it didn't really work as well as we wanted to, but it still tasted hella good.
Hella good.
Mhm.
No, honestly, it was very fun to see how the two people who didn't eat anything but salads were gonna do.
Yeah. I'm such a picky eater. Like you can ask them. I was so picky on my food, but we ended up eating a genuinely good amount of food. Everyone ate properly. I had to make sure everyone ate properly because there were some people in our group who
Yep.
did not eat properly. You know who you are if you're watching this, or a sibling of is watching this. But no. Genuinely, like we all ate. Like we had one dinner where we were literally sitting on the pier, like on the dock, and having salmon. It was like sunset. Oh my god!
That was
Love that.
We had like it was just like a magical.
We had that
Oh,
was
that's so cool.
we had boat rides. We had hikes that were way too long.
Oh my god, that hike was too far too long.
We had swimming where Sean learned he was about to drown.
I almost drowned too.
Yeah.
What the hell?
No, but like it wasn't like we weren't far away from anything, so we had like pool noodles and stuff, and there were people that knew how to swim well enough that could save us if needed.
Okay.
Oh, I just like pushed myself way too hard and then got like really tired. I'm like the middle of the lake, and I was like, guess I'll die. And I just swam back.
It's fine.
We had
at least you died doing something fun, you know?
we had I'm just trying to recap this from my memory, so a lot of things are coming back.
We did we just took boat rides into like town. We took like a 45-minute boat ride to get breakfast and then couldn't find parking.
No, that was breakfast. It was brunch at that point.
It was brunch, yeah.
When Spencer was like, it's a long way into this restaurant, I was like, okay, like 15 minutes on boat, that's fine. 45, like we were going.
We were it was a trip. It was an odyssey.
Such a fun trip. Like we were
an expedition, if you will.
It was an expedition.
Like it was decent food. It wasn't bad food. Like I'm not gonna say it was amazing, but it was good food.
It was fine.
Considering we had to wait like an hour and a half before like actually like when we thought we were gonna have food to when we actually had food.
Yeah. I think so what happened was we got there and we were trying to park the boat and there was no boat parking. And I think we waited about the same amount of time as it took us to get there. So probably like 45 minutes to find parking. The entire time I had to use the bathroom like nobody's business. I was like pacing the boat at the end.
Yeah, it was bad for Daniel.
Just like
I legitimately was like
he was thinking
where I die.
We had a point when the Leafs had their big comeback. That was a run.
Whoa!
We were at a bond. We had made the fire and we're sitting there and I'm like looking at my phone. We're already 3 down and I was like, whatever. And I was like, it's 3-1, guys. And they're like, haha, okay, cool. It doesn't really matter. And I was like, okay, it's 3-2, guys. And they're like, and I'm like, I might go watch. And they're like, no, we'll go watch if it gets to 3-3. How much time is left? I'm like 30 seconds. And they're like, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And then I literally I look at my phone, I refresh it, I'm like, it's 3-3. When I say I jumped over the launcher, I jumped over the launcher and I'm like, bye guys. I sprinted into the house to get my laptop on to watch it.
Also, Sean, I have to say the amount of drinks that we went through.
The amount of like Coke and not cocaine, Coca-Cola that we went through was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the phone calls that
Oh my god. I apologize for late night Sean calling at like
Sean like sleep deprived was like delirious.
Definitely.
But honestly it was such a like fun trip and I definitely preferred it to the prom idea that we had.
Yeah. Coke. Yes, the amount of cocaine that we went through. Sorry, I still think that's real.
Yeah, because I gave you guys a gift so y'all can enjoy yourselves in the cottage. Because I was there in spirit.
We had a plan to have like I think it was like 12, 13 people at the cottage.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Well, okay, this was pre-COVID, by the way.
Yeah.
and we were like narrowing down the list, and it was difficult because
We got it down to 10.
We invite this person. We had to invite this person. We had to invite this person. So we
Mhm.
got it down, and then I'm really happy on how everything turned out.
Yeah, I think if we had one more, it would have been like.
There were some people that I was like, I do not want to, like, when we were planning it, I was like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
me too.
But yeah, how everything
Yeah.
ended up being really, really fun. And it was something cathartic for me, at least, actually being able to hang out with friends after everything that happened.
Yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
we'd also like it was by the time that you could have bubbles, and we'd kind of been hanging out before then anyways, like as just the 5 of us, and like no one else like weren't hanging out with other people outside of that group. So it was kind of nice that we were able to like.
Yeah, we had our own, like, I think it was just us in our bubbles. Like,
yeah, no, I wasn't seeing
Yeah.
anyone else.
I wasn't seeing anyone else. So it was really small, and this was when COVID was getting really, really like
Yeah.
close to being done, at least like case wise. So it was fun. It was definitely something that I needed because
Sad times.
yeah. But I mean, like, the trip itself was fun. So I don't have any regrets on
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish we had more meth.
Yeah,
That was a
I could-
joke.
that
I'll
was
keep that in mind next time. I'll like
Yeah,
get the order
yeah.
ready for y'all.
Sorry, that was just me telling Dima that I actually wasn't satisfied with the quantity that I ordered, and I wish I got more. Get your drugs now at dimahawari.com. I'm kidding. We did not do math. Please.
if we were popular.
Oh yeah, we didn't put the disclaimer in the last video that this is all a joke.
Oh no, I didn't have to. I forgot about that shit. Okay.
Sean edited in past Sean, future Sean. Oh, it's future Sean still.
Future
This
Sean.
One,
doesn't matter to it.
okay, this is no, but this is what's confusing because right now it's future Sean, but by the time this episode airs, it'll have been past Sean.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do it either way.
The
Cool.
Sean of future past, the Sean of future.
The
Yeah.
Sean of future president.
Yeah.
That just sounds like how to conjugate French verbs, not for it.
No, we
but
don't.
yeah.
We don't talk about.
Oh
that.
yeah. Speaking of, I don't know if Dima mentioned this last podcast episode or this one, but like seeing Dima in French after her French class.
Yeah.
Daniel, it was the exact class that we used to be in, the exact room.
No, Madame Boyd's room.
Madame Boyd's room.
Mhm.
One of the best teachers.
Oh, I love her.
Like, was so nice. Like, just did not care for the
Yeah.
work what we were doing. I didn't pay attention in that class. I asked Daniel. I'd be on my phone and she'd ask me a question. I'd be like, this, and somehow be right.
You'd always be right. It was really annoying. I was.
To be fair, I did French immersion for 6 years. So
Yeah, I think I
Wait, what?
did watch Grey's Anatomy that entire class.
Daniel one time watched something and got called upon, and it was a blank, like nothing.
But that's me usually.
Yeah, so I would wait outside of that class for a reason.
Mhm.
And that was always fun because I was
Yeah.
during my lunch that I had to leave a little early to
Be somewhere.
Mhm.
be
It's
someone.
fine.
Be outside
somewhere.
Dima's
Be
friend,
someone.
Dima. I had to say hi to her to get my drugs from her, of course. That's
Ex-
the only
yes.
logical explanation of what I was doing outside of Dima's
Yeah.
class. Dima was the only person I knew in that class. Yes.
Mhm.
And Fiona. I think she was in that class, right?
Yeah. Well, we were in the class after, so I'm waiting to get into class.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's I knew that.
Fiona was in that class. Yes.
Fifi
Yeah.
Fisher. I love Fiona.
Fiona.
If you're
I
listening,
love.
which I highly doubt you are,
Yeah.
Hmm?
love you.
Oh yeah,
Fiona,
love you,
for
Fi.
sure.
Fi, I'm coming to your house. I have a key to Fiona's house.
That's weird.
It's electronic. It's like she's got an apartment, and I it's like a pass, and I
Oh,
scan my phone.
nice.
I can just walk into her house, and I have.
I cannot wait for once COVID's over to come to. Are you in Kingston, Daniel?
Yeah, Kingston. Yeah. Come to Kingston. Everyone come to Kingston, and by everyone I mean my friend.
Party with Daniel's friends because I've met them all on call.
Yes.
And my favorite is meeting like the people I know on calls. It's usually Daniel, Fiona, and Kat.
Yeah, Kat.
And
But then like
it's always
Jordan and Cole were there.
yeah, they were. Oh, it was so funny. So I remember calling Daniel, and I think it was because it was like someone's birthday. It was
It
mine
was
or his
Jamie's
birthday.
birthday. It was Jamie who is Fiona and I's friend.
No. But it was also one of our birthdays at that point. Yeah.
Yours?
Yeah.
It might have been yours. It wasn't mine.
I feel like it might have been mine. So I ended up calling Daniel because I was like really bored, and he was like, "Oh, like here, and I was like, "Oh, but let me say hi to like whoever I can," right? So I'm not even kidding. Daniel gives his phone to the first person he sees and then walks away. So I'm like, hi to this one person I said hi to once. I was passed off. Cat is there, and I was like, "Hey, Cat," and the energy that every one of the people gave me was like they like, especially the people that knew me. We didn't talk too much in like in high school, but like it was just like I knew this person forever.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, Shaan!
Oh my god!
You have to be here. And
I
then
mean, imagine being handed a random phone and seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kept getting passed on. And then Fiona, I've talked to Fiona like I don't talk.
It was September 18th.
I don't know what it was then.
It was Jamie's birthday.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
So and then I got to Fiona, and then I said hi to Fiona, and the same energy. Oh my god, Shaan, you have to like eventually have to come to like Kingston. And I was like, yeah, of course. And then eventually got to like Cole and Jordan, and I was like, you guys don't go to school there.
Cole does.
Like, does he?
Yeah, Cole's at Queens.
I don't know where anyone is. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. Yeah,
that's cool.
So then I was like, oh my god, cool. And then Jordan and everyone had the same energy, and I wanted to be there, and I'm mad that I wasn't there.
Yeah, I know. It's, you know what? Once COVID's over, please come. If it's not over if it's not over this year, that means it'll be next year when you come, and I'll have a house. So stay with me. Like I'll have a house. So crash on my couch or something.
Daniel, I'm taking you up on that offer.
Yeah, man.
You heard it here first, guys. Daniel is letting me crash his couch.
No, Shaan, I will not let you. I will not let Shaan Meddy, who I have known for 5 years, crash on my couch.
Nope.
Ah, damn it.
Close friend.
Ah, shucks.
Close friend from Toronto. Not allowed. Aw, shucks.
Whoever comes to Toronto, you can stay at your parents' house. I know.
Aw, Shaan, for me, my parents' house.
I'm not gonna. I doubt it. I honestly thinking. I don't know if I want to get like an apartment next year.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like I was supposed to do 1 year of commutes, and I'm like, if I can do the 1 year of commute for that one proper year, see how it is, and especially because if the COVID vaccines are going how it is, by September next year, school would be back in person, which would mean apartments are going very high. So unless I can get to a certain friend who I know who has a few, who actually owns the apartments, as a student, some of them, and I asked that person to get me one and then split it with 2 other people. If I can't do that and it's not price wise, and I'm just gonna stay at home for 1 more year. I don't really mind.
Yeah. No. Listen, there's nothing wrong with living at home, especially in Toronto. Like,
as long as, and honestly, like I've asked my friends, like, because my thing is theater, right? So like we're downtown a lot, and you're like sleeping. You have a lot of long nights. So I asked my friends, I'm like, can I crash in your like apartment if you get one? Because I know they're gonna end up getting one, and they're like, yeah, I don't mind. And I'm like, okay, dope. So if I have enough places I can crash at,
just like,
yeah, bro. I told them I'll make them breakfast too. So
yeah.
Shaan makes decent breakfast.
Shaan does. Shaan does make like actually like really good breakfast.
What did I make for breakfast? We had tater tots. We just had tater tots one day.
Yeah, we did have just tater tots one day. That was good. Oh, it was usually Nancy and Doug made breakfast.
Yeah, we'd wake up and they'd be up. They'd be awake.
They'd wake up and they'd be like, "We have fresh pancakes on the door."
With you guys?
Yeah.
So I had no clue.
So we were just in like a separate. I'm gonna say separate house for not.
Oh, okay.
And it was small, so we were all in there, and it was like right, like you could see like the dock. And I remember one day like opening my eyes and like. And I look out the dock because like there's beds on one side of the room and then I'm on the other.
Yeah.
I was the other in this situation. But I was fine with it because I decided to sleep there and it's actually really comfortable. But like
Yeah.
I saw like Spencer's mom like literally walking, and then she like came in to like wake us up, and I was like, hello, and I was like still like trying to wake up, and she's like, is everyone up? And then Daniel like popped out of nowhere. He's like, hey, I'm up. And then I was like, oh my god. And like everyone else was also up, just no one like actually got up to say
Yeah.
Everyone else was like dead, and I was like, good morning.
So when Daniel would do that, it's just the pain. The pain just
Yeah, facts. And the thing is, I'm not a morning person because there was also other days where, like, I remember there was one day where everyone else was up, and I was just like, I'll get up.
It was literally like there was one day. There was one day of the each day that I'm pretty sure there was at least one person. So there's at least one day everyone had one of those mornings.
Yeah.
You know, where they were like, I'm so like literally so done.
The funniest memory for me was the one day that like we all basically got up, walked over to like the main cottage, then they put on a movie, and I just fell asleep on the floor.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
we went in and we were all I don't know what happened, but we
We were
like,
just tired. We had a really late night.
I think it was like the day after the Leafs game, actually.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because
I don't know what I don't know what happened as a thing of like why everyone was like that tired. We all got a good amount of sleep. It was just one of those days. Like I'm telling you, if there was like a whole thing where we had like Red Bull stocked in a fridge,
Yeah.
like you would see like every day there'd be like one person like bright and early in the morning, like wearing whatever they are, just in a Red Bull in hand, just like drinking. That was like the vibe people were just giving off.
I love
I
that.
was fully dead. I tried to watch Mean Girls. I did, but I died.
Yeah.
Like on the floor, just asleep.
Like
We were all sitting on the floor though.
Like I remember the first time we went on the boat, and you got Daniel. I was scared to shit on the boat. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Because it just went off. And like by like the third day that we were there, like when Spencer was like, "Okay, we're going in the boat," I like it literally like in my mind it was just like whatever. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, by the end, I had a moment when we were like about to leave, and it was like one of the last times we were in the boat, because at the end we were like going in, we were driving in right to where we docked, and like some of us we like started getting out the ropes, and everyone was just like tying the knots and like getting us ready to dock because everyone knew what they were doing.
So basically, what you're saying is y'all were sailors by the end of it.
We're all sailors.
Sailors are different, man. We just knew how to.
We were boaters. But no, it was like a well-oiled machine, and then we got into like the marina, and it was like we're already ready to dock, and Spencer was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, we learned it decently quick on how to do stuff, and it was really fun. So
I want to learn how to,
and we're thinking this is going to be a yearly thing, and I'm hoping.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Fun doing it, and possibly getting Dima on board too.
Yes.
I know Dima.
I know it's
really hard to convince your parents that you have more than 2 friends. So we're gonna try our best.
It's gonna be hard, but I think we can do it. Kat, what are you staring at?
I'm gonna give you all the false hope.
And I'm like thinking someone else is there just watching over.
Yeah, I'm like,
because my cats are like staring at me, and I'm like, Jesus, they're gonna murder me.
Yeah, probably. Okay, I don't know how long. It feels like we've been going on for like hours, but I think it's only been like 30 minutes.
I'll tell you. I will tell you. It has been like 40 minutes.
No way, it's been 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think we started at like 2 almost.
Going off for like 10 more minutes, I guess.
Jesus.
Okay, also, I apologize if I'm like, because I can even feel it, like I'm slurring some words. Because I got my teeth out literally. Okay. I think it was.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, I know.
I got mine out.
No, we're not going back into that.
If you missed last episode,
go watch it.
We go into detail.
We go into Dima lost her kidneys and everything. It was really
yeah.
But yeah, I can like feel myself slurring. That's why I have to say it. Like, I'm still chubby from it, guys. It's not fun.
You're killing it, then.
I'm losing weight because they're on a soup diet. That's the only good thing about it. I don't know if it's good actually.
I haven't weighed myself in like 5 months because I'm scared I've just like put on a bunch of weight from going to school and eating actually eating. So I'm just like, going to the gym. Ugh.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what the most disappointing thing is? Is like since I've gone home, I've like I can see all the muscle that I've built up because I actually had like a pretty good amount of muscle on me. Just watch it all like draining out and like leaching because I haven't been able to work out, and I'm just like,
Me too. It's honestly here's the one thing I'm saying. You have till summer to work out and take in that whatever it is. Okay, if the first semester you didn't work out, because I know I didn't work out first semester. Like
I did. I went to the gym every other day.
You had the gym. You had the gym.
Yeah. If I didn't have the gym, I wouldn't have worked out.
I'll say this. You have one semester, and now you figured out the balance of how to do work.
Yeah.
Right? So now you can fit your workouts. You know when you can do them each day.
Yeah.
If you do those, let's say till summer at least, so that let's say by then we can have bubbles and you're in a bubble hanging out with people.
I'll be hot.
Stuff and look. Yeah, my goal is to look from where I was when summer hit this year, because I'd lost where I hit from summer.
Yeah,
I can look back to that by March.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
Because that's an anniversary or something. Quarantine starting, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
No. But then by that time, I'll start like going even more and getting that. Like the whole point of it, I have till summer, and usually like New Year's resolutions, it's like, oh, I'm gonna work out, and then you get like have to actually go to school and stuff. But like here, it's like you're in one place. Even if you're on campus, you're in one place.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
No.
So you have the time, and because you're so bored, you just end up doing it.
Facts. True. I loved going to the gym because it was like when I got to get out of it was the gym on campus, so it was like walk, but it was just nice. I got to go to the house. It was like you were only allowed to work out for 50 minutes at a time, so it was like.
But so then you have a controlled amount of time, and
it was great. Yeah, no, like I knew I could get a certain amount done, go do it. The thing is, gyms are gonna be closed when I go back because we're on a province-wide lockdown. But
yeah,
that's fine.
But then you also have what we did for quarantine, so it's like we get all those things back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing those again.
We'll look back at this topic of how our workouts are going before summer starts.
We'll do it, Sean.
Do it.
And I'm honestly sure that I think we're all going to be able to do it. Let's say like July 1st should be our like cutoff date on when we have gotten ideally to where we'd want to be.
Yeah.
Not like you don't have to be fucking jacked. You don't have to be ripped.
But just where you want to be.
Yeah. Where you want to be, or close to where you want to be, because everyone's different.
Yeah. Or at least have had made progress, some sort of progress.
If you digress, that's also fine, but we want to make progress.
Yes.
But any more comments? Because I don't even know what to name this episode. Like it's so.
Yeah, this is like reminiscing about 2020, and then
other stuff.
And then like
it's
our hopes for 2021.
Yeah, pretty
much.
Some
hopes for 2021.
I think a perfect name is I was gonna be like the Harry Potter. You're like he who shall not be named.
Oh. here's ho, and then dash ing for a good 2021.
They who shall not be named. Because there's a few people who we shan't not name.
Who we shan't name.
We shan't name.
You know, we shall sing sea shanties.
Okay, so I think we've gone to
that's enough. Yep.
Like 2:47. We're getting back to our old ways of like
really like this is taking me back.
Yeah.
The silliness is starting to kick in though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys this now. We recorded 2 podcasts. This is the second podcast now that we're recording episode. And we're probably not gonna end the call now. We're gonna end this podcast episode, but we're gonna talk. But like I said last episode, expect new things coming. We're gonna work on stuff. We're gonna get better guests. We're gonna get not better guests like we get better
Yuki.
Yuki?
No, Yuki, I love you. We're gonna get more guests. We're gonna get celebrities. That's a dream. That's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
We're gonna try our best.
Hellman himself.
Scott Hellman.
He's probably the most like attainable out of any
We're gonna collect
celebrity
the
we could
Seans.
get.
I'm just like, okay, before we end this, a quick brainstorm. Who do we know that we could get?
Sarah, Spencer.
Arissa Cox from Big Brother Canada.
Have you guys seen Lock and Key?
Yes.
My brother went to high school with the girl who played the mean girl.
Can we get her on the podcast?
They were in the same drama class.
Can you find out if you can?
So,
Dima, you have to find that. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Okay, quick thing. You guys don't know this. So you guys know how there's Mrs. Marvel, like the Muslim like person from actually from Canada, from Ontario.
Yeah.
Who's playing Mrs. Marvel in the series that's gonna come out. So surprisingly, apparently, and this is when I was a little younger, I actually know her. And my mom actually taught her at one point in our mom's school thing. So I don't know how to contact her, so there's no way that I can be like, I'm gonna get but that's just a cool thing. Like I know
that is a cool thing.
Who else can we get? Daniel, do you know anyone famous?
Anyone famous?
Oh, we can get Cole Kapoor because apparently he was on The Boys and he was
on. I was watching the show and it was like 3 a.m. and I was like, what the hell?
Wait a minute! I just binged The Boys. What episode? Someone's gonna have
third episode of the first season.
Of the first season, okay. I was watching season 2.
Yeah, you said it was the third episode of the first season.
The first season?
Yeah, or the second season.
No, it was the second season.
Okay,
the second season.
This is one that just came out.
And if you're on Prime, then you have the X-ray thing. So you can see.
And I literally paused and I was like, this guy looks familiar. And I checked the X-ray and I was like, oh my god, it's actually who I thought it was.
Way.
I sent Sean a snap and I was like, oh my god.
I'm gonna ask Cole because he also made music during quarantine. So it's gonna
be
okay.
Brooder.
Who else? Really quick. Who else do we know, guys?
Leave your comments in the description below. Who you want, or send us a DM. Or send us a DM on Instagram. This is too much podcast. Pod. Yeah, this is too much pod, and tell us who you want to see on the show, and we'll make it happen. We promise.
I will try my best to make it happen. That's not pipe dreams here, guys. But I'm just trying to think at the top of my head do I know anyone like that?
Sean Desmond.
I'll try my best, guys.
That Earl Haig connection.
That Earl Haig connection right there. I'm trying to see if I know anyone that's like, like insanely like, whoa, like they did this.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Yes. Yeah. We'll
see you later.
Peace.
Bye.
Adios.